Hi, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd. We are working on reading. For reading today, you need, whoops. You need your big book, your literature anthology, it says at the bottom. So you need your big book, and you need from your, if you are an at-home learner, your turn practice book. If you come to school, it's torn out already, but you will need page 143 and 144 from the Your Turn practice book. And I will show you what it looks like. Hold on, I'm just checking. Okay, yep. 143, and on the back 144. That's what you're going to need from your book. If you come to school, it's already torn out, but if you are an at-home learner, it's in here. 143 and 144. Before we start, let's go over our words for the week. First, we're going to go over the vocabulary words. Nutrition, or nutritious. Something, I hope you remember what nutritious means. It gives us things our body needs. Food that gives us things that our body needs. Nutritious. Delicious. Delicious means very tasty. Delicious. Remember, I said on Monday, some things that are delicious are not always nutritious, like chips or candy. And some things that are nutritious, maybe you think are not that delicious. Right? Delighted. Someone who is delighted is full of happiness and joy. They are delighted. Responsibility. Responsibility is something you are expected to do. You're expected to watch these videos at home when you are not at school. And enormous. Enormous means very, very big. Okay, now I'm going to go over our words for the week that you should know how to read. What's the first one? Done. D-O-N-E, done. After. A-F-T-E-R, after. Work. W-O-R-K, work. Every. E-V-R-Y, every. Buy. B-U-Y, buy. And the last one for this week, soon. S-O-O-N, soon. So we have, buy, every, work, after, done, soon. Buy, every, work, after, done, soon. I hope you've been practicing those if you're having trouble. Okay, now I need you to have out your big book, like I said before, and turn to page 94. Turn to page 94. 94 and 95. That's where we're going to start. 94 and 95. So All this week we have been talking about where our food comes from. In the big book on Monday, we read, Where Does Food Come From? And it talked about potatoes and lemons and chocolate and milk, cheese, and we're going to be talking about milk again. Tuesday, so yesterday we read in our small book, we did that Monday too, in our small book, Where Breakfast Comes From. Yesterday on the cards, we read about Little Red Hen and where she made tortillas at the end and talked about all the steps it takes to make those tortillas. So today on page 94, the essential question up at the top, this is what we're going to learn in this nonfiction. We can kind of tell it's nonfiction because it has photographs, and a lot of times when it has photographs, it means that it is real. It is true. It really, this is how it is. So how do we get our food? Read about how we get milk. In the big book and in the big book, this book, it talked about milk. And in your little book, it talked about milk. But now it's going to go into more detail about how we get milk. Oh, actually, maybe it didn't talk about milk yesterday. No, I don't know. Okay. So, from everybody reading, the title, From Cows to You. So I wonder if this is going to be a good title. And even by reading the title, we can tell maybe what this is going to be about. From the cows to you. All right, page 94. Look at these dairy cows. They make the milk we drink. In spring and summer, these cows graze on green grass. So, we're kind of learning something right away. What do they eat? Green grass. Page 95. In winter, the cows move into the warm barn. The farmer gives them hay to eat. If cows eat good food, they make good milk. So we're in winter now. Where do you think the cows are? These kind of cows, these dairy cows. They're in the warm barn. And don't you think it's important for them to have nutritious food if they're making milk that we're going to drink? Okay, turn the page, 96 and 97. Oh, hold on. I need to sign in. Sorry. Okay. Whoops. Okay, sorry about this, guys. I'll get there. We're on page 96 and 97. Okay. Sorry about this, you guys. Not sure why it's not showing it. You have your book, but I just want it to be on here too. All these stories, we're getting close to the end of the book. was there long ago. There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry. So we're on page 96 and 97. All right. Ready at the top. Being a dairy farmer is hard work. Cows must be milked every morning and every evening. On small farms, farmers milk the cows by hand, like it's showing in that first picture at the top, showing right here, by hand. At the bottom, it says, everybody reading, on big farms, farmers use milking machines. And so that has a milking machine hooked up to it, because if you have a big farm, it would take a lot of time to milk all of those cows by hand. So having to get up every morning and either hook them up to the machine or milk them by hand, it's going to be hard work, like I said in that first sentence. Being a dairy farmer is hard work. Any kind of farmer is hard work. All right, page 97. The milk goes into a big tank. The tank keeps the milk cold. Cold milk will not spoil. You know what spoil means? It means that it won't go bad. Spoil means that it's food that we can't eat because it's gotten kind of gross. It's gotten bad and it's not good for you. Could make you sick. Soon a milk truck takes the cow's milk to a dairy. We've talked about that with all the different foods. With the grapes, it goes from the vines and then it goes on a truck to the plant, and that's just what's happening here. The milk is going on a special truck, the truck that's able to keep the milk warm, to take it to the plant, to the factory. So first the cows are milked, then it's taken on the truck, on a special truck, to go to the factory, to go to a dairy. Okay, turn the page, 98 and 99. 98 and 99. On page 98. Ready? At the dairy, the milk is cooked. Maybe you didn't know that. Bringing it to a boil will kill bad germs. Then it is quickly cooled. When that's done, machines put all the milk into cartons or jugs. So this is a very important step. There could be germs in the milk right after it has come from the cow. So they have to heat it to kill all of those germs so that it's okay for us to drink it, so we won't get sick. Okay, page 99. After that, cartons and jugs full of milk get sent to stores. They are put in the dairy case. Look at all the kinds of milk we can buy. Who will drink the milk? You. And so there you can see it. And there's that girl holding that big gallon of milk. And so they have talked about all the steps that milk has to go through to get to us so we can buy it from the store. Okay, page 100 and 101. Maybe you don't drink milk or very much milk. The other things are made out of milk. So let's read that on this page, 100. Some milk is made into other good food. Dairy products make our bodies strong and healthy. Thank you, cows. So here we have other foods that are made with milk. So milk is cooked with other things to make cheese. Butter comes from milk. Ice cream is made from milk and then frozen. Why do you think the author included these foods in this? Hopefully somebody said because it would go through the same steps to become these things. It would have to, the cow would have to be milked, and then they take the milk to the dairy, and then the milk has to be boiled before it becomes any of these foods. So it would go through the same steps. It would just maybe be more steps after. Page 101, fun facts. And then the cow is saying, moo. Most cows give enough milk every day to fill 90 glasses. Ooh, that's a lot of glasses. Some farmers say that cows give more milk when there's music playing. That's an interesting fact, that maybe some farmers play music. So thinking back to the title of From Cows to You, do you think that's a good title for this? I think so. Maybe you said, I think so. Because they're talking about the milk comes from cows and all the steps it takes to get that milk to you, to us. Okay, turn back to the beginning of your story. And then have out that practice book page. And so we talked about the other day, yesterday maybe, about how we're talking about first, next, then last. Sequencing. So have your book out and have your paper, kind of get your spot organized so that you can have both things in front of you. Let's scooch this up. Okay, so turn to page, let's not be on the very first page. Let's be on page 96 and 97. Looking on page 96 and 97, what is the first thing that happens in order for us to be able to buy that gallon of milk? I hope somebody said, my cart was moving. Did I have the computer on? Okay, I hope somebody said that cows are milked. That's what we're going to write here first. Cows are milked. That's what we are going to put on the first line. Cows are milked. Cows are milked. And we could have put every morning, but we'll just leave it at this. Cows are milked. Cows are milked. And it's on page 96 if you're having a hard time seeing it on here. Cows must be milked every morning and every evening. And I bet you know how to spell the word are. To write cows are milked. Okay. Page 97, what is the next thing that happens to milk? What happens to the milk? I hope somebody said something like, milk goes to the dairy. Milk goes to the, I'm gonna move that arrow over here, dairy. Milk goes to the dairy. Milk goes to the dairy. So, writing that down, milk goes to the dairy. Okay? Pause if you needed more time. Turn to page 98. Page 98. What happens to the milk on page 98? What's the next step? I hope somebody said the milk is boiled and put into cartons or jugs. So, this one's going to be a little bit longer. Milk is boiled. Oops. And put into jugs. Milk is boiled and put into jugs. Milk is boiled, and the word boil is on your book. You just add ed to the end of it. This is an I. Milk is boiled and put into jugs. Okay, pause if you're needing more time, because I'm going to have to erase. So, pause if you need this, because I'm going to have to erase in order to get it to come up to the bottom one. So, first, cows are milked. Then the milk is sent to the dairy. Then it's boiled and put into jugs. What's the last thing? Page 99. What's the last thing that happens to milk? We buy it. We buy it. Okay? So, the last thing, we buy it. After all of that, then we buy the milk. Buy is one of our words for this week. Okay, pause if you're still needing to write that down. Now we're going to work on the other side. So, milk, there's a lot of steps that it takes in order for it to come to us so we can buy it, or a lot of steps if you eat yogurt or cheese or ice cream. All of those things. Think about your pizza. You have cheese on it and all the steps it took in order for that milk from the cow can become cheese. Or there's also, maybe you have goat milk, if you've ever heard of goat milk. Goat milk would be the same thing. Goats are milked, and then it has to go to the dairy, and then it has to be boiled, all the same things. Okay, so the other side of your paper, page 143. We have been talking about words that have in them. So at the top, we have foot, pull, cook, push. We are going to write the words basically that rhyme with the words on number 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're writing rhyming words from here down here. So the first one is bush. What word is going to rhyme with bush? Hopefully you said it. Push. Bush, push. Number 2, soot. Soot is like what is left over when you burn, like when you have a fire and then all that black stuff is like soot. Or in your chimney, it can have, if you have a fireplace that you actually burn wood, soot gets in there. So soot, which one of these words rhymes? Soot. Hopefully you said it. Foot. Whoops. Soot. Foot. Okay. Book. Cook. Full. Pull. Bush. Push. Soot. Foot. Book. Cook. Full. Pull. They all have that sound. Okay. At the bottom, change the beginning sound in good to write a new word that has the same middle sound. Then write a sentence using good or your new word. Okay, so, can you think of a word? I'm thinking of a word that rhymes with good that we wear in the winter on our coat. Hood. So my sentence is going to be, I wear a hood in the, whoops, uh-oh, there we go, in the winter. I wear a hood in the winter. But maybe you have a different sentence. We could have, instead of good, we could have said wood, like wood from a tree. Or there's a lot of words that kind of sound like it that then don't end up not being spelled that way, like should is not like this, or would or could. Would, like I would do it. So this is a little bit tricky. And it could be okay, nope, I'm not going to say. Okay, really quick, I want to go over the words again before we stop. The words we've been working on this week. By every work after done soon. So, whoops. By every work. By every work after done soon. By every work after done soon. Practicing that. Reading every day. You should, even when you're finished with all your schoolwork, you should be doing some reading every day. Okay? I will see you guys later. See you tomorrow. Bye.